I've just helped this guy make $2,000 in 28 days after he had been consistently losing hundreds of dollars each month on his info product business, and the biggest thing we've done was increasing his price 150 times. So today I'm gonna show you the 4 steps to finding what you're worth so that by the end of this video you know exactly how to price your online course. And you better focus, because the third one is my secret sauce. Step number 1. Never price below $1,000, especially if you're a beginner. I know this may sound totally crazy, but let me explain to you based on that guy's example. The first thing that Marcel had done incorrectly was not getting the idea of what I call the spending power pyramid. He thought that because he was young, had very little experience in teaching people online, and because his audience was mostly broke teenagers, he had to price his product low. But let me tell you that as stupid as it sounds, it couldn't be further from the truth. You see, so many YouTubers, my past self included, get lost in this idea of serving their audience. But let me ask you the simple question. Would you rather make more money helping 100 broke people just a little bit, or serving somebody like Elon Musk with 100% dedication and focus? I don't think we need to get into some advanced math to see that Elon would probably pay you better, right? And so the same principle applies in your business and selling an online course, which is according to Pareto principle. 80% of the money you can make comes from 20% of your audience, and I would argue that this number is even lower. And this is where my spending power pyramid comes in. If you just take a look at this image, you're gonna see your entire audience in a pyramid. And on the left, you're gonna see the spending power of each group. At the bottom, let's say we have some broke teenagers from India. They cannot spend a single dollar online, which is why their spending power is 0. And so no matter how many of them you take, like 8 here at the bottom, the total amount of money you can make from them is 0. Now, if we go up, you're gonna see less people, but with a higher spending power. And going higher and higher, at the end, you're gonna see that there's just this single person that can spend $2,000 at a time. And so if you sum up the amount of money you can make from all the 20 people below him in the pyramid, you're gonna see that still serving that one person would pay you a lot more, given that you would make the most of their money. So this means that if you make a product for $30, you're not gonna make nowhere near as much as if you make a product for $2,000 and only a single person buys it. And so this is just like a small picture, but there's definitely more of them in your entire audience. And this is exactly why I tell beginners to always start with high-priced products. Because if you serve that one person, you're actually gonna be able to deliver them the greatest results ever, rather than dividing your focus into all these different students. But the key point here that we gotta talk about now is, how can you price something as high as that? And the second step is, make it extremely attractive. You see, when I said how can you even make a course that is priced so high, you probably thought about all the different modules you can teach, all the hours you can put into the course and this and that, but that's irrelevant. Because let me ask you this, if I promise you that you will make $10,000, how much can I charge you for something like that? I could probably charge you like 8,000. Why not? You make 10, so that's a profit, right? That's a great deal. That's a great investment. And so there we go. It doesn't matter how I get you the $10,000. It doesn't matter if it's with a course, personal coaching, whether the course is 20 minutes long or 20 hours long. All that matters to you is the end outcome, and that is the value of the product that I'm giving you. So understanding this, you just gotta deliver as much as possible, literally as much as you can. How you do that is irrelevant, but I can give you Marcel's example here. He's a fitness coach, and so naturally the promise that he gave his students is a six-pack, looking good, feeling healthy, and everything like that. That is worth a lot. More for some people than others, but still following the 80-20 rule, he found his perfect customer. Now, with fitness, do you need many courses? No, it's rather about getting a proper diet plan, a proper training plan, and most importantly, sticking to it, which is why Marcel only gave his student a few very short courses, but what he put the most effort in was extreme accountability. And so being able to get somebody a six-pack, an aesthetic physique, and being attractive to women, that's worth a lot. And so Marcel was able to charge $1,500 for 3 months of knowledge and extreme accountability. That's how you find the value of your program. It's not about how long it is or how in detail it gets. It's just about what you deliver with it. And so now, speaking of delivery, I have my secret sauce that literally crushes all the competition in my niche and makes it impossible for anybody to compete with me and all of my students. And it is something as simple as step number 3, add a result-based guarantee to your offer. You see, the entire problem with many courses being scammy is the fact that people buying them don't get the result they paid for. And so the way you can avoid being called a scammer and also having unsatisfied clients is by reversing the risk from them onto yourself and guaranteeing them the results. And it's not only that, but you're also going to be able to price your course even higher when you guarantee results, because that's where 80% of the confidence in your offer is gonna come from. I'm gonna tell you from my experience, I don't even have to show people any sort of testimonials or stuff like that, because they know that by joining my program, there are guaranteed results they want, or they'll get their money back. And so how can you not be confident in something like that? Now, obviously, the risk is on me, but it forces me to make the product really good. And so that's where also my confidence in it comes from. It's like if you think that, oh, I don't know if I should give a money back guarantee because I don't know if I can deliver on that, then how are you even making a course and selling it to begin with? You gotta make it good enough. And when it is good enough, just give people a money back guarantee or something like that. It's gonna be so much easier for you to sell it, and also you're not gonna come out as a scammer at any point in your career. Now, the full money back guarantee is the most powerful one, so I would highly recommend you to use that. If not, there's also one more which you could use, which is something like, if you don't get a result in time frame, I will work with you for free until you do. That works very well for coaching, because obviously your client knows that you don't want to be spending your entire lifetime coaching them, so it's in both of your interests to get the result as fast as possible. Now, obviously, that is less effective than a full money back guarantee, so I would always just advise you to do that. And the top players in all the info product game, like for example, Charlie Morgan, he not only offers a money back guarantee, but also on top of that, a $5,000 reward that if you don't get the results with his program, he's gonna give you $5,000, which is absolutely crazy. And that's why he can charge as much as $10,000 for his program. And now, obviously, from the business perspective, you gotta protect yourself from people just randomly asking for their money back. So obviously all those businesses with money back guarantees, mine included, they have some terms. So you have to do certain things, like for example, watch all the courses, hop on 1 call per week, and do a certain amount of work. If you do that, then there's the money back. So implement something like that for your business. Give your clients a spreadsheet where they're gonna be tracking their progress, and that's not only gonna keep them accountable, so more likely to get results, but also is gonna protect you from potential scammers, but is going to absolutely serve the people who actually put in the work. Just make sure that the things you track in the spreadsheet are the things that are most likely to get people results, and really don't make it unrealistic, because I've also seen that, and that's not the point. Again, you don't want to be a scammer, you want to help people, right? And so after those 3 steps, you should kind of have an idea of a price point in your head. But here's what I'm gonna tell you, don't even look at the industry average or anything like that, because you don't want to be compared to other people. Your program should be the only solution for your customer, and so it should naturally be different. It should be original. So whatever right now, after that analysis, you feel like is the greatest option, you want to start with that. Now, here's what you do to find the best price point, which is step number 4. You start with possibly a slightly lower one, and what you do is you gradually increase the price just as you get sales. So for example, if you want to start by selling it for $1,000, I mean 999, then you can start with that, and with each 10 sales you get, given that they go pretty smoothly, you can increase the price by like 20%. So you can move it up to like 1.2 or like 1.5, and you pretty much do that up to where you stop getting enough sales. And so when you start making less money, that's when you go a step back, and that's your perfect price point. I would say your conversion rate on sales calls, which by the way you should do, but that's a separate topic, should be around 20 to 30%. When it's that, it means that you have a right price point and you target the right people using the spending power pyramid strategy. This obviously also assumes that you train your sales skills, but you know, as a business owner, you should probably do that. And there's one more bonus I have for you before we end the video, which is if you have an offer that you're not really sure of and you would want some one-on-one advice from me, then I'm giving away totally free one-on-one calls in my free community, which you can find in the first link in the description. So go ahead, sign up there, and I will message you, we'll hop on a one-on-one call, and I will personally review your offer. So click the first link in the description right now. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one.